So can you hear us? I'm gonna
I
check
forgot
this.
to
This
turn
is a
the
mic
sound
check.
on.
Mic check 1 2 1
Mic
2.
check.
We're
It
good.
I reloaded. It looks like it's good. So
Okay, yeah, I think we're good. I think it was just a commercial. So, hi everybody, welcome back to the
Hello.
stream. We have a special guest here today, Daisy. How's it going, Daisy? How are you?
I'm going good. I'm doing good.
Hey, tell Daisy not to be nervous, please.
I can't see the comments. It doesn't mean no good.
We'll read them for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. But we have a lot of cool people in here. Mark, hi. How's it going? We got Nancy, Tyler, Mike's in here.
Ezra.
Yeah, Ezra's in here. Before we get the stream started, I wanted. Oh, hi, North Jersey Detector. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Before the stream gets started, Tyler Fowles. I know you guys always see Tyler. He's in the chat tonight. He's always in here. Oh, hi, Leah's Loot. But he sent us an email, and we want to tell him congratulations. He hit 200 silvers, I think. He sent over the picture for his metal detecting. Look at all those silvers. Oh, my.
It's a whole lot of wampum.
Yeah, that's insane.
Dang.
So congratulations, Tyler. What was the latest one that you found? I think he might have mentioned it in there, but the guy's on fire, and he uses the Equinox. So, congratulations. Oh no, does he? Yeah, he does, because we sent him the snake skins. We sent him the snake skins. So
either that, or he's just got a bag of snake skins.
Nice job, Tyler. So, all right, and then Ezra, I'm sorry I haven't sent your stickers yet. I haven't done it, but
that's true.
I promise. Yeah, that's my fault. So. Daisy, welcome to the chat. Sorry I had to say hello to everyone first, but
no, you're fine.
It's good to have you. It's so nice to have a refreshing face who does something other than just metal detect. So welcome.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm glad to be here.
So
okay, I'm done being nervous. I'm done. Okay, I'm ready.
No, you're good. You're good. So your channel is with your boyfriend. My light just went off. With your boyfriend on Modern Goonies, right?
Yes.
And you guys do an array of things. We saw you on Instagram, and that's why we wanted to reach out to you, because to be honest with you, I've never watched Modern Goonies, but we need to. So everybody who hasn't gone to Modern Goonies, please go over there and subscribe to their channel right now. But we saw a lot of the things that you do that is kind of in the same realm as metal detecting and treasure hunting, but it's so much different because you find other treasures than just the metal.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really cool. How did you get into this whole, kind of hobby, the treasure hunting hobby?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, there's a bunch of different stuff. So, like,
what did you start with?
What was your first dive, no pun intended, into treasure hunting?
Well, I guess if you call fossils treasure, but I mean, I don't know. So I met Matt, and I could not care about fossils. At least, like, I didn't care about him at all. I didn't care about any treasure. And I had met him, and we went to this beach. I don't know, like, what's it called, like Shark Tooth Island or something. Mm-hmm. And we found this huge, like 4.5-inch megalodon tooth, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. I want to find more, because I'm from the mountains. You don't see teeth. You don't find anything in the mountains. And so I brought it back home, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, you need more. But these little baby teeth, those weren't cutting it. So I got into just walking where they would dredge in Savannah, Georgia. And you'd find the dredge spots, and you'd find these huge teeth. And so we just started doing that.
And that's amazing.
And I guess, so it just started from walking areas. And then I was already scuba certified. So I was like, well, why don't we just go dive for this? Let's go deeper. I'm sure they're going to be better. So Matt got certified, and then we started diving.
And how it's amazing to me, because I'll watch some of these channels who do find like the megalodon teeth and fossils and that sort of stuff. A lot of those channels, they're inland. They're pretty far inland, like Savannah, Georgia. Like, it's amazing to me that there's shark teeth so far away from the ocean, and you just don't think about that. So, like, do you know any reasons why? I guess it was all underwater at one point.
Yeah, I guess where the water, obviously the water recedes more and more as life goes on, and where the
Mhm.
water used to be is like back then where the sharks used to be. And so because we would go as far inland as, go towards Somerville and a little bit further up, closer in South Carolina, up north, and it's just like there's still teeth there. You have to dig for them way
Yeah.
deep, but
Yeah. Yeah, Andy, can you pull up one of her megalodon teeth? Because these things are literally the
my.
size of your palm, you know? So he just showed a smaller one. He's going through your
Get the
Instagram.
feet on
I
scroll.
see 'em. That's so
And it's cool because you see some other stuff in there too. That's arrowheads and that
Give me
sort of
one
stuff. I want to
second.
pull up one of the ones that is like literally I saw
The
one
massive, yeah.
the size
So-
of your
I
palm.
could have brought some. I have them in the other bedroom. I guess I could have brought them in here, but I didn't. So
No, that's all right.
No
I
worries.
seen one
So
earlier.
now, did you find that to be true though? Diving, you find better fossils across the board, better teeth across the board.
yeah, when you're diving for them more, they're probably in better condition than when you're digging them out of land, because the sediments in the land tend to eat at them, which can kind of break them up a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But when
Is
they're
it-
in the water, they are preserved so much
Pristine.
more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you
here we go.
find
Matt,
more in the water
we got one
overall?
right here.
Matt
Okay.
came
We
in
got
for
one
the
right
win.
here.
Thank you, Matt. Look at
I
that.
have, that's the
That
same
is
one that's in that picture.
huge.
So that works out
Holy
great.
crap.
Oh
Dang.
my god. So
Like if
when
you compare it, imagine that biting you. That would
What-
like
that's
hurt you.
insane. Where did you find that?
Well, Matt actually found this one. We were in, I think that was in Savannah. We found
Yeah.
so many now. It's just like,
That's
I don't know. We
amazing.
find them so many places it kind of collides. But, we find the Cooper River, the Edisto River,
Yeah.
Savannah. Just they're everywhere.
Now I'm gonna guess between you two, you have like just a huge collection of teeth and fossils now.
Well, no, actually, we
Really?
actually donate them for
Oh, that's
children
cool.
hunts. So each year in Beaufort County,
Oh.
they do a children's fossil hunt, and we give all of our finds to children to go hunt in the beaches for them to find. So, I mean, we
That's
keep the
awesome.
really nice ones, but the ones that are just like medium size, when you get so many, you just give them away.
So I-
Leah's Loot said, "I love Discovery Diva. I follow her on Instagram. I think
There we
Leah's
go.
in Australia. I think her and Digger
New
Dad and the
Zealand.
family. Oh, New Zealand.
That's
That's
so
what it is.
cool. I
Zealand.
that's
So,
cool.
That's right. I love her channel. They're a cool family that goes out and metal detects, and they find some really cool stuff too. So, but she's showing you some love from New Zealand. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's so cool. I'm just this little girl from Clemson, South Carolina, so I don't know anything.
Well, that's cool. What were you saying, Mike? Sorry, I cut you off.
So I mean, and I've never really gone like shark tooth fossil hunting or anything like that, but I have to assume, right, the bigger the tooth you can find just is how it ranks in like bucket list quality, or is
Yeah.
there a specific tooth that you haven't found yet that you want to, or once you hit the megalodon level, that's pretty much the top tier?
Well, you would think so, but like a tooth this big now, if I were to find that, it's not as exciting to me because the tooth that everybody, like if you ask any fossil hunter, the one tooth that they want to find is the Benedini, which
Okay.
is so rare, but they're not that big. And then
Okay.
honestly, my favorite teeth to find are from the shark, the Angustidan, which is like a cousin of the megalodon. And they have these little teeny tiny teeth on each side of their big tooth. And those are also just really cool. Those are my
And tough
favorites.
to
So
find.
That's awesome.
I'm not a megalodon person. I'm just a smaller, I'm weird. I'm just weird. Everybody wants to find the big bad teeth. I want to find the cool looking teeth.
Well, the
So-
big ones are easier to find technically, just from a visual perspective, right?
Yeah.
So the little ones are much
yeah, but they're more rare. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, aren't some of them worth a lot of money too?
yeah,
Yeah.
they are. But when you do it for the love, I mean, it's
No.
really not for the money. So,
Well, it's
I mean,
funny.
y'all know it.
Yeah.
Metal detecting.
I haven't sold one thing, which, anything that we found, it's going straight into our guest bedroom, which my wife is not a fan of, but that's okay. It takes up one little corner, which is totally fine. And I try to keep it organized, but it's the same thing. You don't want to sell the stuff that's special to you.
You put a hard work into it.
Yeah, and if I love that you guys donate them too, because we do the same thing. If we find some stuff and we know that someone can benefit or learn from it, then we go right ahead and
this is
well,
really...
they're lost hobbies. They're metal detecting and fossil hunting. All of those are gonna just go away if we don't keep sharing them to children and other people and help them grow.
This is really cool.
It was kind of sad because before the pandemic happened, we had a partnership with a nonprofit farm in South Jersey, or I'm sorry, Central Jersey, for those who think Central Jersey exists, but
it doesn't.
But we had a partnership, and they have children from the inner city come out and learn about farming, but they wanted to implement metal detecting because we had found probably 35 colonial copper coins from the 1700s on their farm, and they wanted to teach the kids about the history of the farm, about metal detecting. And then, of course, COVID hit, and then everything shut down.
This is a really cool story on her Instagram right here. That picture I'm showing, the little boy and her. I guess the little boy's name is Camden, and he is like obsessed with their YouTube channel, and they met up. And she hooked him up with
I told him, I actually saw his mom today, and I told him I was going to be on here tonight. So just the fact that y'all just said his name on here, he is going to love it.
All right. What was his name? Camden?
Camden.
Yes, Camden.
What's up,
Camden?
Hey.
I hope you're out there finding some shark teeth as we speak. So
more than I
He is going to be so happy.
That's
so awesome.
Aww.
That is great.
So do you find yourself kind of like we're doing, because we only do metal detecting, right? But every time we find something new, we're doing research on what it is and trying to figure out, where it came from and what the background. You see yourself doing that same thing with all the fossils and stuff? It seems like you know quite a bit.
Google is my best friend.
Yeah.
You would think from a girl it'd be about clothes and stuff. If you go to my Google history, it's about how old was this shark, or how big was this, or how old is this coin, or where did this coin originate from. I'm just, I mean, there's no point in me finding it and someone saying, "Oh, what is that?" and then me being like, "I don't know."
Yeah, exactly.
Just cool.
And that's the part of it, you want to know the story behind what you find. So
exactly, I'm all about. I don't know if y'all know, but I'm also a elementary school teacher, and so I'm really big with sharing this with my students.
Oh, that's cool. I bet they love that.
I take right to school with me.
Yeah, I bet they love that. As an elementary kid, oh yeah, I would. When my parents asked me what I wanted to be a paleontologist or an archaeologist when I was growing up. Then I got my degree in education also, but I'm not using that at all. So, so when you guys go out and you're looking for, shark teeth, what kind of tools are you guys using? Are you using just shovels? I saw maybe like a sieve or something like that.
Well, it just depends on the location.
Yeah.
So if we're in a river, we're obviously just diving and you use the flashlight. If you're in a creek, you would use a sifter. And then when you go inland, you take a shovel. Obviously, you go on property that you have permission to be on, which is everywhere. And so we take a shovel and you basically dig 8-ish feet down sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. And you might take like a screwdriver with you to pry at some spots, but it's really just a shovel, a sifter, or a flashlight total.
Huh. That's cool. And a lot of them, like if you're just taking a flashlight when you're diving, they're just sitting right there at the bottom or like in the bank.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They just sit right on top. So that hurricane that just went through, oh, you better believe we're going to be right on there next week or the week after that.
That's awesome.
It washed up so much new sediment at the bottom. It causes the teeth to come out of the sides of the banks and the rivers. There's going to be so many more sitting out there now.
Oh, that's amazing.
Super cool.
And I know that's the same way with metal detecting too. When they go through the beach, sometimes with the Treasure Coast and that sort of stuff, when a hurricane comes through, it completely washes up, all this new treasure that people go and try to find.
Here's a new pirate hoard for you, brought to you by
exactly.
That hole right there, that's my friend Brittany. Like you have to dig hard for that stuff, and I have no muscles, so it takes like 6 hours sometimes just to dig that to find them.
Hey, you get a good workout though. That's a good
part,
right?
to may or may not find a tooth though. So
now I saw in one of your posts, I think I think you might have had a bottle at one point. Did you also bottle dig, or is that just a coincidence?
Yeah, so we were in, I think it was Middle Georgia, and I've never really been in bottle digging. I think Nugget had done it, and Matt's good friends with Adventure Archaeology, Brandon, and he bottle digs all the time. And so I was just like, I really want to do this. And so we started it, but we didn't really find anything fancy that day because they were all broken. But I've got to do some research. I need to find out where is this stuff at? So
yeah,
I will say though, we were we were diving a couple weeks ago, and a friend of ours found a dispensary bottle. I think it's a Palmetto dispensary bottle from South Carolina, and those are like really old.
Oh, that's
so it was pretty cool to see.
Yeah,
but
it's
other
funny.
Than that, I'm not an expert in that area.
Yeah, we haven't really dipped our toes into it too much. I've done it a little bit, but I haven't found anything too crazy. We don't know much about the bottle digging spot. We have a couple dumps that we want to get to, but one day we're too busy metal detecting.
Right. So. Daisy, Mike in the chat from Metal Detecting NC asks, "Do you guys do any dredging?"
Well, I've dredged for gold one time, but as far as dredging for teeth, in order to find the good teeth, you would need like a 4-inch or up dredge, and those are thousands and thousands of dollars. So no, we have not done that. But that's on our bucket list one day. We just go to the dredge spots where the people already do it, where they're trying to, I guess, the ports where they move all those big ships. That's where you go, where they dredge already. But yeah, that picture right there, that was a dredge, but
oh, that's awesome.
That was for gold, not for teeth.
Did you end up finding any gold?
We did. I mean, not a lot. I'm not a millionaire yet, but we did find some.
Messy Hole said, I always better a bottle drinking.
Better bottle drinking than bottle digging.
Yeah, that's right.
It's probably a lot easier to do that, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Also, hi, Brian. Welcome to the stream. Leah's Loot said, Daisy, I shared your Instagram page on mine. So look at that.
Oh, some extra
this is awesome. This is really cool. I also...
Her boyfriend asked who finds more teeth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Me.
Do you?
Well, I've been doing it shorter than he have, but
that's true.
Now, I mean, he's blind. Of course, I find more teeth.
Fair. That's fair.
So you had brought up like a permission or the spots that you have permission for. A lot of these places, are they just public spots that you can go and dive in, or? Because I know
I mean, rivers, you can dive in any river, but with the digging, you have to have permission. So
yeah. That's the hardest part with metal detecting, right? Is finding a spot to go where they'll allow you and getting permission. So.
And when I popped in a couple weeks ago, y'all were talking to somebody about all that, and y'all were talking. She had mentioned how she just doesn't build up the courage to ask people. I get like, look at me, I'm nervous on this thing. I'm going to be nervous about asking somebody to dig holes in their yard. So.
Yeah.
Shoot, Mike and I, we've gone multiple times where we're just like sitting and we're almost like stalking the person who's just like go ask them. We're doing it. Go.
All right, let's go. Open the door.
Rock, scissors, paper. Who goes?
Yeah.
There's two straws. One's short, one's long, so it's 50-50.
Especially in Jersey, you don't know the reaction of the person. You know what I mean?
Well, come to the South. They're a lot more redneck. So
shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, do you guys have any permissions that are like double whammies where you can bottle dig, or a permission that has land to detect as well as fossils like Riverside or anything like that, or all different permissions?
Well, the places we detect are probably like 3 or 4 hours away from where we dive, but. We definitely, I would say we have more permission to detect in Middle Georgia and then more permission for fossils in Lower South Carolina. So it's like, I want to swap the two.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I probably won't find shark's teeth in Middle Georgia, but I don't know. I could probably find some relics while scuba diving in
absolutely.
some places in Georgia.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, speaking of relics, I've seen you do a lot of magnet fishing as well, and that's something I have a rig myself. Trey and I took it out once, and again it's just all right, well, we'll just go back metal detecting. But what got you going with the magnet fishing?
I mean, Calico Metal Detectors actually had sent us the Brute Magnetics magnet, and we were like, well, it's 1,200 pounds. You would think you would pull out like a car or something,
Right.
But to be honest, we had met Outdoors Weekly. His name is Bryce, and he had taken us metal detecting, and it was really fun. I mean, you just find junk sometimes, but you never really know. Like there's stuff underwater, and you question why in the world is this under there. So
you see all types of stuff come out, whether it's like a bike frame or a shovel or a screwdriver or
how many safes that people pull up
or
absolutely nothing.
We find transom savers. I don't know if y'all know what those are, but they are on the back of boats. Like you would find like 30 of those at one boat dock, and you're thinking like, what are these people doing when they're putting their boats in the water?
Right? Oh my goodness. Oh.
Yeah, we need to try that out. I know we threw it in a couple times and ended up with just the little shavings that you get off the bottom. We didn't get so
it's not as fun though, because coins and like nice jewelry, obviously none of that's magnetic. So the stuff you want to find, you're not going to find. But a lot of people find guns and stuff, and I'm like, I want to find all of that.
I was gonna say, I feel like gun safes are the two like big ones that people want to find if they're magnet fishing.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and then it's like at a certain point, you're obligated to call it in, especially if it's modern, and then you got to wait and sit around, and you just want to keep going out there. So I can see
it's a hassle.
It would be cool.
But then there's so many people online finding them. I'm just like, I want to do something different. I don't want to be like everybody else.
Yeah,
right.
So
yeah, it's good to have your own brand and do your own thing. You know what I mean? So Tyler said he just detected and dug a fishing magnet from the local lake.
Wait, detecting and found a magnet?
He just detected and dug one, so that's a win right
I wonder
there.
what that rings up as.
I don't know.
Probably a decent signal. That's a whole lot of metal right there.
It's a lot. It's very, unless it's a small one, but it's probably 70s, 80s maybe.
Yeah.
So now, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask because I've seen this, and I think it's down towards like Georgia and South Carolina where they do like the quartz digging and stuff like that, right? Is that down by you at all?
Quartz?
Like
are you saying quartz?
Yeah, QUARTZ.
Like the gemstones
like
and stuff.
Jewels and stuff?
Crystal.
Oh, I've never done that.
Oh, okay. I see.
But
I know it's
that is in like North Carolina and Tennessee.
Okay.
I have some friends that do that up there, but I haven't ventured into that. I need to.
Yeah,
just more treasure hunting and just different.
I know. Gee, thanks. I already do enough.
More equipment to buy. That's all.
I know.
So you also, before you started this, you were already diving?
Yes, basically I was one of the first ones to get scuba certified with all of my friends and everyone that I know. So.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I started in 2016, so 4 years ago.
Oh, very nice. And look at that. It just, naturally fit in with what you guys do already. So that's good.
Yeah, initially I took it as just a college class. I had to take an elective. I had to graduate, so I needed to take something, and now look at me. Hopefully it'll take off and be something cool. So. Well,
talking to gear, that you have to have a whole slew of things for diving too that you have to take account of.
Oh yeah, and honestly, between diving and metal detecting, diving is more expensive, so I think I might need to stick to more metal detecting.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the initial investment for metal. I guess it's the same for scuba as well. Once you have all that gear, but
it's just building it all up one piece at a time.
Yeah, that's for sure. So. I don't know. I really want to try some of our water detecting spots up here. We haven't gotten into it. I have, a friend that I've worked with before. He does scuba diving by himself in local lakes. That used to be like a destination lake where people use for vacations back in the early 1900s. And the guy, he has a whole gallon bucket of just rings that he found at the bottom of the lake.
Wow.
But he has like a scuba rig that floats up, that has the hose that comes down, and he just goes for however long his oxygen lasts, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna start carrying those.
That's
Nemo
nice.
Those blue Nemos. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those are so sweet.
They got one that goes down 10 feet, and then next year they're gonna release a 25-foot tether for it. And,
that's cool.
So you
Now,
get
do
an
you
hour long for each battery pack, and yeah, so we'll be carrying those really soon. Actually, I mean, I'm already authorized to carry them. I just haven't gotten any in yet. We'll be getting them.
Are you guys straight off the oxygen tanks, or do you guys have rigs like that too, Daisy?
No, we do tanks.
Yeah.
But usually we're pretty good at like sipping our air very slowly, and we make it last as long as we can go.
Yeah.
But I mean, the more you have to fill up the tanks, it's a hassle.
Yeah. And how long does a tank usually last?
We could probably. I mean, some of my friends could probably make them last almost 3 hours because they're just champions. But
wow.
I think the longest I can go is probably an hour and 45 minutes to maybe 2 hours. But
still a lot of time.
I breathe a lot more than they do, I guess.
Well, I guess there's a strategy to it then, yeah, about just the way that you're controlling your breathing when you're underwater. I've never done.
Yeah, and as a female, I feel like I panic a little bit more than. I mean, I don't panic, but I look at something and I'm questioning it more, which makes me like. I'm probably talking to myself if we're being honest. I'm talking to myself and I'm using more air as I'm talking. So.
How deep are usually those spots that you guys are diving in?
I think that it just depends on the location, but some were like 30 feet, some are 20 feet. I typically prefer not to go past like 30, 40 feet just because I have a life that I like and I don't want to risk it. And so, but I mean, I know some of my friends go 100 feet for megalodon teeth, and I'm just like,
that's insane. Wow.
But you can only go for shorter time periods. So I want to go down somewhere where I can find more teeth in a longer time period. So we find locations that aren't as steep. So I'd say about 30 feet.
So when you're looking for these locations, I mean, how do you assess the area and say there's teeth here? That's my question.
Trial and error. Trial and error or word of mouth.
Yeah. And there's plenty of teeth to go around if they've been already hunted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many.
I mean, that's the beauty of sharks, right? They just keep losing their teeth all that time. That's a lot of teeth.
Yeah. Well, they say I don't remember the real saying, but I thought it was like if every person in the world found a shark tooth or a megalodon tooth or whatever, there'd still be some out there. That don't quote me on that. I don't think that was really what it is, but it's basically saying that there's so many out there that they wouldn't run out.
It makes sense. I mean, how fast the sharks shed their teeth, and I assume it was a relatively same rate all of those millions of years ago. When you have that all compounding on top of each other, that's
exactly.
Teeth there.
Do they do that?
They say that
do they do that constantly throughout their life? Is lose their teeth?
Yeah, sharks. They have multiple rows, I believe. Daisy, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, they just come forward.
Yeah.
So the rows would just keep moving forward. Yeah. It's wild.
I didn't know that.
That's really cool. Hey, they say that there's more coins in the ground than there are in circulation too. So that's the same thing that we go by.
Dang, well, why can't I find them all?
Hey, we are on a national coin shortage right now, so that's part of the so.
Well, they're not getting mine. I'm gonna start hoarding them bad boys.
I know. Tell me about it. That's what we do.
And gold just broke 2,000. So
I saw that today.
Yeah, that's insane. Mike from Metal Detecting NC said, "What's the craziest thing you found other than your boyfriend?" He said husband, but he meant boyfriend. What's the craziest thing that you've ever found?
I mean, crazy as in like good, or crazy as in like, I can't believe I found this.
Let's do. I can't believe I found this. I'll translate for him.
I don't know. I mean, I found cool stuff, but I don't think I've ever found anything like. I mean, I do know there's one crazy thing that I found, which was I think it was a whale fossil. Oh, wow. And I guess back in the day, the Indians had found it where we dig, and they had turned that bone into an arrowhead, or tried to. It wasn't as successful, but so at first I was like, oh, wow, this bone just tricked me. I thought it was an arrowhead. And then upon research, and I talked to a few people that specialize in that area, and they're like, oh my gosh, either a Civil War soldier had found this and tried to play with it at like a campsite, or an Indian had turned it into an arrowhead, which was really cool. So
yeah, I saw that on Instagram. Actually, that thing is really sweet. I would have just it looked like an arrowhead right away. So to pick that up and realize that it wasn't actually stone, it was made out of bone at that point. That's pretty cool.
Well, my friend was like, oh, it's just a bone. You don't need that. Like, or I mean, she didn't say you don't need it, but we find bones all the time, so it's normal. I was like, I'm keeping this. If it's not an arrowhead, I'm gonna pretend like it's one.
Right.
That's it
awesome.
right there.
That's super cool.
But it ended up being one. So
he also mentioned you found a Sherman cannonball stuck into a bridge. Is that a thing? He said that was your boyfriend. He said we found a Sherman cannonball stuck into a bridge.
Oh, is that what Matt said?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then he found that. I didn't find that. They were judging without me.
Well,
But
that's
yeah, so cannonballs. They did. Oh, I remember. Yeah, they found the cannonball. Of course, I was working, so I couldn't attend that trip. But they did find that cannonball. I mean, I guess that's not the craziest find that I found, but us as a group.
That's still really cool.
I think he might have been with Nugget that trip. I'm not really sure on that one.
That's awesome.
But that's yeah.
Hey Andy, there was a question. Leah asked, "Do you ship the snake skins to New Zealand?" She wants some.
We have distributors all over the world. We have one in Netherlands, Germany. I believe we have one in New Zealand. I'm sorry. There's just so many that we.
Yeah, you're in a bunch of countries now.
Yeah,
Andy.
we're
That's
in like
fun.
over 30 countries. I mean, let me think about it. But let me look real quick, and I'll get back.
Yeah,
with
look
you.
into it first.
You guys
LP
can-
would probably be the closest to her, right?
What's that?
I mean, in the UK.
I mean, we ship them to the
UK,
UK, and I'm sure
Yeah.
our dealers over there ship to her country. But if not, we'll find. I mean, I got Belgium, France, or all over. And if they aren't in her country, I'm sure we have a company that would send her one. And then if I mean, we just have so many. I mean,
Just reach out to one of us.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll get you hooked up.
And where there's a will, there's a way.
So Daisy, now you are relatively new in the metal detecting world, huh?
Yes. I've always wanted a metal detector growing up because I actually grew up in a house that was over 100 years old.
Oh wow.
And I kept telling my dad, like, I mean, oh my gosh, it's such an old house. And I kept telling my dad, like, I really want this. And I mean, people around here, small towns, they don't really see much into that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so finally I'm old enough to pay for my own. And so I get my own, but I guess because Nugget did it and I'm just like, I want that. And finally meeting somebody that really does do it, I caved and kind of thankful I did. So I have a long way to go and a lot to learn, but I'm getting there.
Now,
New Zealand is
which
Australia, right?
The AT Max.
The AT Max. Okay. And you're getting used to it. I've never used. I stopped at the Garrett Ace 400, and then I went to the Mine Lab Equinox. Are you getting used to it? Is it easy to learn?
Yeah, it's not that hard. Sometimes I kind of wish I'd gotten the Pro though because the frequency goes up higher, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, I'm a researcher, so I just read about it all the time, and I learn more when I'm not able to sleep at night. I'll pick up a book or something that's about metal detecting with the Max, and I'll figure it out. So I'm learning.
Are you as close to Tyler is with that 200 silvers? Or are you almost there?
You're joking, right?
Yeah, I'm not
Let's
even.
go back to that dime that I found.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, speaking of Ezra, I will send you your sticker, I promise. But the first person to guess was that your first silver coin ever found? That
I think
dime?
so. I think.
If someone
I honestly don't remember. It's the first one I posted on Instagram, so maybe.
If someone can guess the first one she posted on Instagram, I'll send some stickers out from the Copperheads to them. Whoever guesses the first dime that she posted on Instagram, maybe not her first one that she found silver-wise.
Yeah, I don't think I did. I feel like they're all running together now.
So, what kind of places do you guys metal detect now down there? Is it is there a lot of Civil War history areas that you guys are trying for, or what are you really looking for when you guys go metal detecting?
Well, in Macon, Georgia, or not Macon, I guess Macon, but Middle Georgia, that's a lot of where the Civil War is. And actually, a really good friend of ours found a sword from the Civil War. Oh, I know. Oh, I took a picture with it, and I was like, I can't post this because people are going to think I found it, and I'm not going to claim something that's not mine. But it was so cool. So that area is so Civil War rich. But where I live over here in like the Clemson area in Pickens County, it was really big Revolutionary War rich. And
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm more about the Revolutionary War and finding
Mhm.
more stuff from there. But other than that, it's just like old homes and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just
How are you guys getting your?
anywhere basically.
Yeah, how are you guys getting your permissions? Are you doing the same thing? It's like you try to hype yourself enough to go talk to the person who owns the house or who's outside, or you doing a
Well,
lot of
as of right
research? Or
now, it's been people we know. I've had
Mhm.
a lot of people reach out to me because I guess they think I'm like a legit metal detector. I guess I portray myself as like a, a really good one. And
Yeah.
so they're like, oh my gosh, come metal detect my yard. So and so happened here. Maybe you can find some stuff. So,
Okay.
That's really
I mean,
cool.
I'm not one of those. I have no guts whatsoever to go up to somebody's door and ask them,
Mhm.
"Hey, can I metal detect?" Like the people that live in the house that I grew up in, that was hundreds of years or 100 years old. Like I'm too scared to go ask them to go metal detect my own old property. So, and I know there's good stuff in that yard. I just know there is. One day I will build up the guts to go. I have to.
I think we all have those spots where you just drive by every single time and you just kind of drool a little bit that you have to get off the side of your chin because it's so old and you know that there's going to be stuff there. It's just you got to work up the courage to go and talk to them. So
I know.
it's tough right now. I mean, everyone's kind of iffy about the whole COVID thing, so it's really tough. And especially a lot of the places that we're going to look for permissions, the guys aren't young. They're
No.
older farmers that we actually feel a little uncomfortable with just, putting them in that position. So it's hard for us to go and talk to them.
It's the slow
And
approach.
I'm really big.
No, you're good. You're good.
Sorry, but I'm really big on trying to tell them like, hey, whatever we find, I will
Mhm.
give you. Like, just let me find it. I want to, because some people can be stingy, but how are we going to
Oh, yeah.
discover history if we leave it in the ground?
And that's what I tell them
So-
too. I say, listen, if it's not going to be found, eventually it's just going to be gone.
It's like we're saving. What is that saying? It's probably cliche, like you're saving history or whatever.
Yeah,
but
you really
true,
are.
though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you see some of these copper coins, if we wouldn't have dug them out, eventually they're just going to be gone,
Erosion.
Silver coins are going to last a little bit longer, but some of those copper coins, they barely have any kind of detail on them, and they would have sat in the ground for any much longer. They would have been, toast.
yeah.
Listen, we say the same thing. It's all about saving the history. We try to, I don't know, we're very, very transparent, and that's what I think helps us out because we will show them every single thing that we find. And surprisingly, not a lot of people want to keep the stuff that.
Yeah, just the fact that you offer them, I feel like they're like, oh, okay, well, they're kind enough to offer, you can have it. And they probably don't even really care about it. So,
No, yeah, not a lot. I mean, the last permission that 2 permissions ago, Mike was basically begging them to take
I was like, I found 2 really neat locks, and I'm like, hey, these are from your front yard. They're definitely dated. Like, I don't need 2 locks. In fact, you can have both of them. And they're like, oh, well, since you found 2, maybe we'll just take 1. I was like, please, come on. Like, I mean, and they were identical. So for me, it wasn't a huge deal either way. But, I think it definitely lowers the barrier a bit, because I'm sure you've heard it too. It's, oh, well, if you find any treasure, it's mine. If you find any gold, that kind of stuff. And just being like, yeah, it's your property, whatever we find.
Exactly.
First dibs, they definitely feel more comfortable, and you're not going to just drive away with all the coins.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Absolutely.
The last guy, the older gentleman, one of the newer permissions that we got, he lost his gold watch in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So hopefully, eventually, we can go out there and find it and return it back to him. He said he lost it a long time ago in the middle of the field and he never was able to find it. And that's something that we look forward to do.
Yeah. I had a friend message me. I think he said his father had lost his ring, a gold ring, a long time ago, and he had asked me to go look for it. And when it's not 110 degrees outside, I plan on
exactly.
it. But until
then, that's what we went out, and he was talking to us about that, and we were just finishing up because the storm was starting to roll through, the hurricane, and the lightning literally just struck not even a mile down the road.
Yeah, there was like no gap in between the thunder and lightning. It was very close.
Oh, that means it's really close.
Yeah, and we're just
You
got our
already know
detectors
that,
on
but
our
I
back.
just told you anyway.
and we were talking to the nice older guy, and we were like, "Yeah, we don't want to get struck by lightning." He goes, "Well, why not?" We're like, "Yeah,
He's
well,
like, find my watch.
yeah, exactly." So, but it's funny how friendly people are. Like once you start to get to know them, and if they live in an older house and they appreciate the history like we do, that they'll talk to you forever about it if you let them. So,
Yeah.
you meet a lot of cool people when you're out here doing this thing.
That is one thing I can definitely say is once I've started metal detecting or magnet fishing, all that, you meet so many nice people.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. You would think that they're all just old, like rude people, but they're really not. So that's definitely really, something. I've made a lot of friends for sure.
Yeah, and it's really interesting to see how much individual history that just it's an old timer that owns this property that's pretty old, how much they retain and they know, and it's not anything that changed the course of America or anything like that, but good local history that they share with you. And to know that you're on that same ground just opens up your eyes to just a completely different aspect of the property and the history itself.
Exactly.
You know what I find interesting is in metal detecting we have a bucket list, right? We have a bucket list of things that we want to find. Have you started to create yours? And do you have one for, I guess you do have one for, the shark teeth and the fossil hunting too, because you were talking about the other super rare.
I just want to find it all though. I'm just really behind. Give me everything. But I have bucket lists for things, but it's like I really want to find them in the order that I want to find them in, but obviously that's not going to happen. So like a musket ball was one of mine from the Revolutionary War, and I'd say like a month into metal detecting, boom, I found that. So next time I find one of those, I feel like it's not going to be special, and then I'm going to go out and I'm going to find, I don't know, a nickel, a silver nickel, and I'm just like, oh, this isn't as cool as my musket ball, but it's still on my list. Like it's still on my wish list or bucket list, but I think my bucket list is more so of traveling places to find stuff and more so of actually finding it.
Are you talking within the States or you want to go?
No, I want to go international for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And actually growing on Instagram and YouTube, I've had a lot of people reach out and be like, hey, if you ever come here, I know these really cool spots that'll give you this stuff and, all these cool relics. And I'm like, right, well, the next time I'm in Spain or in something, I'll hit you up.
I can tell you I did detectable in the UK. I went with my dad, actually. We went together as like a father-son like bonding trip, and it was the best trip I've ever taken in my entire life.
I'm going to these places. I don't care what it takes. I'm traveling, so.
All the American history has its special place in our hearts because we grew up here and it's like our background. But finding a Roman coin that's 2,000 years old, that's a different feeling altogether.
And that's what I have some people telling me. They're like, "Here, come here. I can help you find this stuff." I'm like, "Okay, well, give me a year or two, but."
Yeah.
Right.
Well, take advantage of it. That's awesome.
I feel like, and this is a disclaimer to everyone in our chat. We invite everyone who comes on the show. Anytime you're up in the area, more than welcome to come out and dig. And we got to get someone to take us up on the offer. And I get no one's traveling now, but it's an open invite with us for sure.
So like a dig in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Get a New Jersey State copper.
Hello.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. You're not too far away.
I don't know how far away New Jersey is from upstate South Carolina though.
It's
18-ish hours, give or take, probably.
Yeah. So just a hop and a skip,
Yeah.
We got Mike from North Carolina is going to come up here.
Yeah, he's the I put money on him coming up first.
Which is the better of the two? Wait, which one is the better of the two Carolinas? North Carolina or South Carolina?
Well, considering I'm biased, I'm going to say South Carolina, but
Mike, are those fighting words?
Yeah, let's see what he's got.
Bring it. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, the question earlier, I think Tyler won it, but North Jersey detector also said Merc. So I'm going to send North Jersey if they want a sticker, because I don't think we've ever sent them any stickers yet. And Tyler's probably got a whole book full of stickers now. So I'll still send you some, Tyler. So thanks for watching. And then, North Jersey, you also got the question right. So if you want, send us your address in our email and I'll send you. All right, what else? We're coming up. We only have 14 minutes left.
Right? Not so intimidating, right, Daisy?
Do y'all do it for? Has it already been that long? Is it an hour?
It goes fast.
40. Well, we've been in over an hour already. Yeah, it flies by.
Wow. Yeah. Dang.
That's what I said. When you sit there and talk about something you love to do, and especially when
I guess you're right. That's like with teaching. Like whenever the school day just goes by so fast.
It does. Everything. Yeah, absolutely. So, what else you guys got? Anything else for Daisy?
Well, I mean, here's a question that may be getting you out detecting and treasure hunting more. Are you guys remote teaching this year? Did the school year start? I know this down south usually starts a little earlier. What are you guys getting into?
We're going next week. I'm having students come in my classroom, and I'm going to meet their sweet little faces, and then school starts on the 24th. So I have like a week or 2 weeks to meet them prior to school starting and kind of get to know them, since they've been out of school for so long. So it's actually a really good opportunity to make them more comfortable coming back in a scary situation.
Mike and I have actually talked about building lesson plans. Or more of the older, like the high school generation for local history, if they're, because,
like I said,
so we actually, my background's education, not history, but mathematics, but for the high school age. And I've always wanted to build lesson plans and maybe like get in contact with one of their local schools and do some local history and stuff like that. I already got a million ideas running through my head, but I think that would be, such a cool homework assignment or just a cool day of going out and maybe like metal detecting some planted stuff.
I think you really should.
Yeah, that would be such a cool lesson.
We had some really great ideas with it too. I think we could really make it happen.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, you donate the shark teeth to the hunt, and we were talking about, how many things we could donate, and then we realized, all right, we got to find a lot of buttons and a lot of coins that, that are pretty run of the mill. Otherwise, it's tough. And we were looking on Etsy at one point to see if there was 1,800 buttons out there and stuff, just to stock up so these kids can find stuff to hunt. But it's there's a lot of logistics, but it could be so cool and just bring the hobby out to the younger generations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what we're going to have to do. Or it'll, like I said earlier, it's just going to die out. So.
Yeah. Plus, hands-on learning, I feel like, is one of the preferred.
They learn faster that way, and they'll retain it better.
Mm-hmm.
Trey, you do the kids thing, right? What is it? Coins for kids or?
Oh, we did. Yeah, we did Clad for Kids, and we were hoping. I was talking about that, earlier. So we raised money for that farm, but COVID kind of, screwed up the plans for to have the kids out and actually metal detect. They weren't allowing people on the farms that weren't actually working the fields. So I'm just itching to get back out there and find some more stuff. Because, like I said, they used to, speaking of Revolutionary War, Daisy, they used to use that as cannon practice. That area, they used to use cannon practice back in the day. And we found so many 1700s coins that it was insane. Early 1700s, too.
Yeah, rub it in.
Yeah.
That's what
Joel,
I'm saying.
I'm waiting for you to come out
right
here,
there
man.
with
Don't
you.
worry.
But Ohio drive ain't too bad compared to South Carolina.
Yeah, Ohio's good, man. You're good. So, but I mean, to get the younger generation involved in it some way or another, that way the tradition can still live with some of this stuff. Because I mean, it's funny when even us, as adults, we bring it up to the people that we work with or that we're friends with, and they're like the old guys out on the beach, and we're like, no, it's not exactly like
that. They just assume you're like finding sunglasses or something.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's funny because the more people you talk, I try to bring it up as much as I can, because you never know who's going to own an old house eventually, and they're going to be like, yeah, come over, go ahead, do it.
Yep.
So we have.
I typically keep my metal detector in my car. That way, if somebody's like, "Oh wow, hey, let's get started today."
Nancy asked if you're ever going to put a video out on your channel.
So, like, update any upcoming YouTube videos.
Yeah, like a YouTube video yourself on your YouTube channel.
On my YouTube channel, I thought about it. I actually thought about creating my own YouTube channel. But I'm just like, I feel like it would conflict with what we already have, and then
yeah.
I don't know. I want to, but then again, I'm respectful in the way of like I'm on other people's channels, so I don't want to take away from the other people that I'm on.
Well,
But
yeah, you
it's
need a
a
boyfriend.
thought. It might happen one day. I'm not sure yet. It just depends.
Did Matt have his channel before you guys started?
Oh gosh, my thing went away. Hang on.
Oh, shoot.
There we go. Sorry, I was
Did
getting
you
a phone
guys start it
call.
together, or did he already have it before you were dating?
We had already been together, and he had started it, but I was just like,
You were, yeah,
YouTube,
screw that.
okay. I'm like, what a joke. And so he kind of did his own thing for a little while, and then I had really started getting into all these hobbies, and I was like, hello, I want to join.
Yeah.
So, but
Well,
at first I just thought it was silly. So, but now, sorry, no offense to you guys, but I do like YouTube now. So
I think it's cool that you and your boyfriend do it together. I really think. I wish I could get my wife out metal detecting.
Same.
I think it would be a really cool thing.
yeah. That's a cool way to bond. If you both love it, man, that's awesome. You know,
you don't find a lot of people that get out there. I mean, a lot of people do stuff together, but then it can also cause like issues, I guess, when you're with people so much.
Well, especially if
depends on you are.
Yeah, if you start finding the good stuff and Matt doesn't,
I find everything. And I claim it all too. I'm like, this is mine. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's probably why he put in there that he found that cannonball, because I didn't find anyone else. So.
Well, you know what, Matt? If you're still in here chilling in the chat, we'll have you on next. That way we can
exactly.
Oh my goodness.
So, well, that's cool. I mean, either way, if you decide to make your own channel or not, it's just you're doing something that you love to do. You know what I mean? So, and that's how we see it too.
Right now, I'm just going to stick to Instagram and try and build that up. So if people want to go to that, then they can go to that.
Have you made a TikTok yet?
I feel like I made one, but I just don't think I'm smart enough to figure all that out.
It is tough, isn't it? I think one for us.
Usually I'm really good with technology, but for some reason I am just out of date. I don't know what is wrong with me.
Well, I mean, that's the popular social media, outlet now. And there's a couple guys on there already. What channel does it? And he just reached like 1 million followers on it. We were just talking to Zach last week, and he goes out with another Southern. I can't remember his name, but he has a ton of followers on TikTok now. So I mean,
I guess I need to take it seriously.
Honestly, I would before it gets shut down.
Yeah, I think it's going to get shut down very soon.
I might have it in like a week, so I put all this effort in for 7 days.
I know. Well, there are rumors that Microsoft is buying the United States.
Yeah, I did hear that. I heard that for sure. So
I'm sure it's going to continue. I don't think they're going to let a platform.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll have to get on it.
Yeah, I guess.
No, because all those kids would have to go get jobs. We can't.
Yeah, I know.
All those kids making all this money off of TikTok.
Hey, you know what? If I could dance and make that much money, I would definitely do it.
Would do it.
Right.
But right now, if I dance, people would probably just
unsubscribe.
Yeah, I'd block you.
Yeah. What else you got, guys? You got anything else for Daisy?
No, I don't know if I caught this, but what grade do you teach?
Well, I've always taught second grade for 3.5 years. I started in December, and I'm actually moving to kindergarten this year. So this will be my first time in kindergarten. I'm very excited.
My wife is a second grade teacher too, so that's really
my wife's
oh cool, yeah.
And there we go. And my fiance is a school psychologist. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife does kindergarten. She's been in kindergarten for 15 years.
Oh, cool.
My kids go to school.
That's a start. That's what you got to start them young.
Good that they go to school.
Yeah, that's nice. Any big trips for you guys planned of recent before you guys start back up with school and anything like that?
Nothing big. I mean, I know next week the coast, but I'll be working some, so I'll probably go after I get off work on the weekend while they're still there diving. I don't know. I plan on going river diving toward the north. I don't know where yet, for some more relics that are not like fossil related, more actual like metal stuff. But other than that, I mean, it's really hard to plan stuff nowadays because you don't know where you can go and what's open. And
yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
It's just insane.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Plus, I would like for it to get a little cooler outside.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and it's
That's
hot
true.
here too.
We complain up here, but I can't imagine down by you. That's got to be.
Our heat index is like 110, and I pass out like all the time. So I just cannot be outside for long periods of time.
Hey Joel,
Yeah,
you guys have had
it
pretty
makes
good
it
weather,
tough.
huh?
Yeah, I've had to bring a change of shirt on the last few hunts just because it gets hot and I detect hard. So it's my cross to bear. But you know what? Thankfully, I have 2 Copperheads t-shirts and I rock and roll.
I only sweat like where my chest mount is. Like I'll
Oh
take.
yeah,
I have a big spot right here, and I'm like.
Well, I want to wear shorts, but you know, with ticks and everything, it's really just not. You know,
I wear shorts every hunt.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's been 75 degrees here lately, so it's
Oh,
been beautiful.
New Jersey is that's like beside New. I'm sorry, I'm not a geography teacher, so don't. Is that like by like New York and all that?
Yeah, we're right
Okay.
there. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I do know it.
But this has been a particularly hot northeastern summer. I mean, I don't know that we've been under, like, most of the days have been 92-ish consistently, and then you know we really haven't dipped under 85 except with all that rain yesterday. So
same as in Ohio, and you can't even get a shovel into the ground. That's how hard it was.
Oh yeah, I tried metal detecting a couple weeks ago in this one spot, and I'm not that strong, so I'm sitting here like jumping on my shovel. And I'm still not breaking ground. So, and it was right where that man found that sword, that Civil War sword. So I'm like, this could be something good. And here I can't.
Right. Oh man, that's tough. Yeah, we got to deal with that in the snow too. I'm sure you don't get that as bad, where we have to cut through, 2 inches of ice to get to a target.
Listen, we get snow like once a year maybe, and we get maybe an inch and a half. So.
Yeah, not too bad. That's
nice.
Our
fix. We get it for a couple days, and then we're like, okay, we've had a fun in the snow, and we're done.
Hopefully, you get it around the holidays, and that way it really emphasizes the vibe. And then after that,
you go away.
Yeah.
Do you guys detect more in the winter time then at all, or is it
more so like the fall and the spring? Because winter here it gets really cold too. Yeah. So
what's really cold for you guys?
Well, 60. For me, anything under 70 is cold for me.
Oh, yikes.
Negative 13 here last year.
Maybe like 55-ish.
Oh, man, I'm moving to South Carolina.
Honestly, that's like perfect for us.
Right?
Oh, my gosh.
You can put a jacket on and just cruise.
That's ideal hunting weather for me.
Yeah, I'm in northern Ohio, so it's even colder up there when the snow belt.
That's tough.
Andy knows that. I mean, he grew up in Ohio. He knows Ohio winters are crap.
Ohio summers are hot as hell too. I mean, they're hot. They're unbearable.
Really cool though. Like when I moved to Savannah, Georgia for a few years, and the people that come, because in like Hilton Head and all that lower country or lower part of the country, everybody comes from Ohio. I don't know what it is, but they come from Ohio. Yeah, they come in the south.
Yeah, I was just down in Ocean Isle.
When it's wintertime, they're like, oh my gosh, it feels so good out here. And here I am just like, this is about to die. So,
I was down in Savannah 2 years ago around the 4th of July. I went down for my birthday and, walking along the river there a little bit and some of the markets, just some of the like pirate treasure that they found and stuff like that. That is mind boggling. And I was just, I was like, oh, and the stuff that they're selling in these markets. And I'm like, what I would give to just, something that's $1 to buy there, but just to find that would be priceless.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh yeah,
those cobblestones did a number on my knees, though. I'll tell you what.
Oh shoot! Well, it is 9 o'clock. We officially made it for an hour. Tyler says, "Really great stream. Thanks for showing off my silver. My son will be impressed." So that's pretty cool. Nancy said, "Thank you, Daisy, for a wonderful interview and sharing your stories. See, you were nervous at first, and then you swept the crowd away."
Thanks.
Thank you for coming. Everybody else. Oh, Louisiana Dirt Diggers is in here. I didn't notice them. Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Brandon?
What's up, Brandon?
What's up, Brandon? Thanks everybody for showing up. I'll send out a couple stickers. Tyler, do you even want any more stickers, bro? You have so many, man.
Might as well just get a Copperheads tattoo at this point, Tyler.
Yeah, we'll sponsor that, honestly. So, but thanks everybody for coming out and hanging out with us. It was a really fun chat. And until next Wednesday, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
See you guys.